Imagine yourself at 75 years old. Looking back at your life, would you be happier having retired sooner or having to put in an extra 5 years of suffering and sacrifice only because you are afraid of the uncertainty that comes with retirement? In today's video, we'll explore the incredible benefits of retiring earlier, from enjoying better health and spending more time with your family to pursuing passions and realizing perhaps you have more than enough. Stay tuned to discover how making the decision to retire sooner can transform your future and bring greater happiness and fulfillment in your retirement. So let's get to number one. Retirement is not promised. The time you have in your retirement is not guaranteed. Time is our most precious resource, and it's uniquely irreplaceable, unlike money and material possessions, which can be regained or replaced. Time just continually moves forward, never to be reclaimed once we've spent it or once we've frittered it away. This makes it incredibly valuable. The hours, days, and years we have left are unknown. Many people spend their lives focused on accumulating wealth, often at the expense of their health, their relationships, and personal fulfillment. While financial security is important, that's what I do, it's crucial to recognize that nothing is promised. We can plan and prepare for the future, but we cannot control any unforeseen events that may arise, like illnesses, accidents, or other life changes that can drastically alter your circumstances without warning. Unfortunately, people often view time equally, when we know that that's not true. The years where you can still travel freely when you're 55, 60, or 65, that is not the same as when you are 80 years old. It's not just the amount of time, but also the enjoyment of the time that's available to you that's important. Bonnie Ware, in her book, The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying, highlights the profound realizations that people have. I'll tell you a secret. I actually read this when I was younger because my mom worked as a hospice social worker, very much like Bonnie did. And it did not hit me the same as it has recently when I reread this again, now that I actually have a family where all the things that are being discussed here hits much closer to home. The most common regret is people have worked too hard at the expense of spending quality time with their loved ones and pursuing personal passions. This insight underscores the necessity of valuing your time and making choices that prioritize your overall well-being. Therefore, it's essential to strike a balance between planning for the future and living fully in the present. Prioritizing experiences, relationships, and personal well-being over material gains can lead to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. And you can do that just by embracing the fact that the time you have when you start your retirement is more valuable to you because of the uncertainty that the future holds. So live intentionally. Retiring sooner can do wonders for your health, both physically and mentally. Think about it. The constant stress from work deadlines, long hours, and daily commutes, it takes a toll on your body and on your mind. By stepping away from these pressures, you can give yourself a chance to relax, de-stress, and live, which can significantly improve your overall well-being. When you retire, you have more time to stay focused and being active. See, when you're stuck behind a desk all day, you can't really do much. Regular physical activity is great for your heart. It helps maintain a healthy weight and boosts your mood. Overall, this should extend your life. You'll also have the time to eat better. We're all guilty of this. Right now, I'm recording and my lunch is sitting there. We all have hectic work schedules and we just go for fast meals, and sometimes we even skip meals. In retirement, you can plan and cook nutritious meals that should be better for you. Sleep is also another issue that most of us probably contend with when we're working. Without the stress of work and rushing for deadlines, it's a lot easier to establish a regular, healthy sleeping routine so you can be more rejuvenated. Good sleep is essential for both your physical and mental health, especially when you're trying to do things that you enjoy and being present. That clarity is important. We talked about stress a lot already, but this chronic stress can lead to serious health issues like heart disease, high blood pressure, and mental health concerns. By retiring sooner, if you no longer enjoy your work, you can reduce the risk of falling ill in these conditions. The third reason why you should retire sooner is it allows you to synchronize time with your family. I'm not just talking about having more time. It's having time that is meaningful for everybody, your friends, your family. One of the greatest joys of retirement is the opportunity to spend that quality time with your loved ones. Particularly, I know for many of you have grandchildren. By retiring earlier, you can actually synchronize your time when your family needs you and their family's schedule, becoming more active and supportive in their lives. Imagine being able to attend your grandchildren's school events, maybe volunteering, being a chaperone. Sports and miscellaneous activities is so important when the kids are young. See, without the constraint of your work schedule, you can be there to cheer them on, even if it's in the middle of a week. You can even help them with their homework. Simply spend a lazy afternoon together. These moments are precious and really contribute significantly to your grandchildren's development and happiness. When you have limited time left with each other, building this bank of memories actually becomes far more important than building your assets. Moreover, retiring sooner allows you to provide formative support, right? Like in their development, formative support for your grandchildren. This will be things that they'll remember, the wisdom that you can impart with them, the values, the life lessons. This is what they will remember when they grow older and they become adults. This deeper involvement not only strengthens your bond with them, but it creates that lasting memory that they can cherish forever, and perhaps you can even cherish later in your retirement. So it's now time to actually be present. I'm guilty of solving financial puzzles in my mind, even when I'm not supposed to be working. I'm assuming you are the same. When you retire, you can be there 100% and not just physically. This means you can fully engage in the conversations, the activities, and as cliche as it is, be in the moment without allowing your mind to drift back to work-related concerns. Having this free time means you can support your own children better. I know I've already talked about grandchildren. Maybe you can make housing decisions where you're more available to them, perhaps even running errands for the whole family. I know that this stuff might get taken for granted, but being just more available as a sounding board, your presence can really alleviate a lot of the pressures that they may face, making everyone's lives easier and more balanced. Retiring sooner also offers this unique opportunity to pursue an encore career, which can be incredibly fulfilling and enriching. Of course, it might even have some financial benefits for you. An encore career is a second career driven by passion, interest, and desire to give back rather than necessity. Here's why this can be a significant benefit if you retire early. Number one, it allows you to pursue your passion. An encore career allows you to focus on what truly excites you, whether it's a small business that you want to start or teaching, consulting, or working in a nonprofit. You can choose a path that aligns with your interests and passions. This can bring a new sense of purpose and satisfaction to your life, aka retiring sooner equals work you choose equals happiness. Pretty simple. Number two is having this encore career actually gives you flexibility and work-life balance. Many encore careers offer more flexibility because you don't have to be confined in a 9-to-5 schedule. This flexibility allows you to have a better work-life balance. I know it redefines retirement a little bit because you're still working, but if you're a freelancer, you can decide which work you choose to do or not. I am close to a few financial planners that really are sharp and want to keep giving back, have taken me on as somebody that they can mentor, but they've made it clear that they only want to work 6 months out of a year. They can do that. You can do that because there's other aspects of your life, right? Like your travel, your hobbies, and family. It keeps you engaged and it gives you an opportunity for continued growth. This provides you the chance to learn new skills and challenge yourself in new ways. You may be sick of your work because of the monotony that it has put in your life. This ongoing personal and professional development can be a change for you, and it'll keep your mind sharp, your spirit engaged, making your retirement more dynamic and more interesting. There's also the social engagement aspect. Essentially, just quitting your job and getting a new career, you can stay connected to people and communities that mean much more to you than what you're being told in your current 9-to-5. This helps remove that sense of loneliness and isolation that you may feel when you retire. I've already talked about giving back, but that's a primary driver to retire and do something different. Many choose Encore careers to allow them to give back to the career, to the opportunities, to the communities that they have been blessed with while they're working. This sense of contribution and impact can be deeply rewarding and add a profound sense of fulfillment in your retirement years. The next reason to retire as soon as possible is probably the most compelling. You have enough. It's very likely that you have enough. So consider retiring sooner if you have the realization that you already have enough. Many people continue to work out of habit or, unfortunately, out of fear of financial insecurity without understanding that they already have sufficient resources. So if you already have the resources to retire, just open yourself up for the possibility of an earlier retirement. Take the time to determine if you already have enough or not. If you're not sure, this is exactly what we do here. We provide flat fee retirement income plans to show you whether you have enough or what changes you need to make if that's not the case. Oftentimes, our plans can show clients how they can get 3 to 5 years back of their life by retiring sooner and doing so confidently. Imagine the freedom of enjoying your retirement years without the stress and the demands of work. So why continue working if you no longer need to? Continuing to work when you have enough can mean missing out on precious time with family, missing out on hobbies, missing out on travel, and missing out on the healthy years where you can actually participate in the most demanding activities of life. It can also lead to unnecessary stress. So when you realize that you have enough, do everything you can to give yourself permission to just enjoy the fruits of your labor. The years spent working and saving were all aimed at achieving this point, right? So look at my video last week where a lot of people are actually confessing that they're afraid to spend just because they don't know whether they have enough or not. I find that tragic because you're now at the point of your life when you can live your life on your own terms. There's this concept of opportunity cost to consider. Every additional year you spend working is a year you could have spent experiencing new adventures, deepening relationships, and taking care of your health. By retiring sooner, you can take advantage of these opportunities while you're still active, you're healthy, and you're present. Working beyond the point of financial sufficiency will lead to diminishing returns. All that extra income might not be necessary to enhance your lifestyle, but the extra stress or the time you give up for personal development can have a negative impact. So by retiring sooner, you can focus on a more balanced and fulfilling life, free from the constraints and pressures of the workplace. But hey, if you enjoy your work, check if you have enough to retire. That way, you can then see it completely differently. You're now working purely because you enjoy it. Maybe it adds creativity in your life. It adds meaning in your life. If that's the case, all these reasons to retire are invalid. But you're doing that out of a conscious decision, not out of fear. Just remember, you already have everything you need to become your own money hero. It's just a matter of choice. Watch this next so that you can get further, faster in your retirement.